Hello and how's it going, everybody? It is Skullzi here with the latest and the greatest gaming news, and the news I have for you today is a really important update to the Elder Scrolls 6 trademark drama that is currently going on in the trademark court system right now. If you're not familiar with this situation, I've covered it on the channel before. You can check for videos down in the description below, but a quick overview and summary of this situation is recently ZeniMax filed a trademark for something known as Redfall, and all the evidence and speculation points towards Redfall being associated with the Elder Scrolls 6. And here within the last few months, a publishing company and an author have filed a trademark dispute against ZeniMax because they have a book series that has been in the works since 2016, and guess what the name of the book series is? Obviously Redfall. They fear that if ZeniMax gets the rights to Redfall, they may not be able to publish their book series anymore, and that Amazon may even take the book down for sale. The author has said he doesn't want any money from ZeniMax, he just wants to make a deal to where he can keep making his book and maybe even make a movie about his book series. So far, ZeniMax hasn't responded to the author or even said anything about this situation. It seemed like they're kind of being shady and ignoring the little guy because they thought they could just push around this author, but this situation has changed. Like I said, on March 19th, ZeniMax would have had to respond to the trademark court system about this dispute, and they have. But don't worry, because we're going to go through this situation together, because as always, I'm going to be recording my screen, that way you can see my bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0%, and that way you can look this information up for yourself to verify it if you choose to. And we're going to start our adventure right here at our old friend, the Redfall trademark. Like I said, and I've covered in previous videos, this was originally filed back in December of 2018, and recently there has been a trademark dispute filed against this. If you want to know why this is exactly linked to the Elder Scrolls 6, I have videos for that on my channel. Just check my Bethesda playlist. The evidence is overwhelming, but we're not going to cover that in this video today. We're going to cover why this situation may look a little better and cover a major update to this. It turns out ZeniMax maybe isn't the bad guy after all. Maybe they were just busy, or they had to form a plan for this. Maybe ZeniMax takes their time when they respond to these types of things, and they had to decide what to do. Of course, when it comes to major corporations, there's always board meetings, a lot of red tape, and it usually prolongs things that could otherwise just take 5 minutes by standing around and having a freaking conversation. But thankfully, there is an update to this. Like I said, ZeniMax had until March 19th to respond to the trademark system here in the United States about this dispute, and they did. In fact, they filed an extension, and the only way they could have filed an extension is to get the publishing company and both the author's permission to file an extension to this situation. Now we're going to go through the documents here so we can see why this extension is, because for once it's some good news. I know people like to put Bethesda and ZeniMax in the headlines right now associated with drama and evil stuff. ZeniMax and Bethesda are building a nuclear warhead to spread AIDS all around the world. But no, this is some good news for once, especially when it comes from a major corporation that usually just tends to put the dollar above everything else. This is the documentation to do with the extension. You can see everything in this system, and this trademark dispute is now extended by 30 days, meaning the original time to respond to the situation that was March 19th is now April 19th. But this goes even further. I don't even think that this trademark dispute is even going to get a few months into this, because if we look at why this exactly was extended, it tells us in this document down here. The grounds for this request are as follows. The parties, meaning ZeniMax and the publishing company of the Redfall trademark series, which is known as BookBreeze. The author is J.L. Falconer. Be sure to give him a follow on Twitter. He's been really cool. But anyway, the reason for this extension is parties are engaged in settlement discussions. Hopefully that means ZeniMax is talking to BookBreeze Publishing and the author, and will assure them that they will allow him to continue writing his book series and give him the rights to use a movie associated with his book franchise. If Redfall is associated with the Elder Scrolls 6, which it most likely is, I highly doubt that his book series or his movie will have anything to do with the Elder Scrolls, because his books are about a post-apocalyptic situation in the United States. They are one of Amazon's best sellers, so this would be a major blow to the author if ZeniMax wasn't cool here, but it seems like ZeniMax is at least open to sitting down, talking to the publishing company, talking to the author, and figuring this out. Hopefully they're not going to ask for any kind of huge licensing deal. I don't know what is going to happen here. Hopefully they can just shake hands, they can each do what they want with the Redfall trademarks and go their separate ways. I can't speak for ZeniMax here. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of of people that want to say ZeniMax is going to charge him a lot of money, or even force him to stop, regardless of the settlement discussion. Some people may even want to say the author is going to ask for money from ZeniMax, but the author has said himself, which is public here on his website, that he doesn't want any money from ZeniMax. If he ends up asking for money from ZeniMax after already posting all this stuff publicly on his own website of all places, that would be kind of shady and would ruin his character quite a lot. I highly doubt he's going to do that. I take him by his word when he says he just wants assurance that he can continue to do his book franchise. And like I've said before, I don't think the situation will affect the development of The Elder Scrolls 6 in any way. It may affect marketing campaigns and productions for stuff related to advertising that could be going on, or any deals with licensing, if the term Redfall is associated with any of that, but I don't think even that would affect The Elder Scrolls 6 at all that much. I don't think we're gonna get The Elder Scrolls 6 until 2022 to 2024, and that is quite a lot of time to go back and edit the title of the game if it was The Elder Scrolls 6 Redfall. But it looks like that may not even be the case, because I do believe that they're gonna come to some sort of settlement deal here, and that is awesome. It's cool to see ZeniMax not just take the normal stand that a corporation does when it comes to just being faceless and valuing the dollar over anyone else. Maybe it just took ZeniMax a minute to respond to this situation, but this is some good news for the future of both ZeniMax, the author, and The Elder Scrolls 6. Hopefully a lot of other major game corporations can take note of this. ZeniMax can lead the future in a way of how to deal with situations like this. Are you listening, EA? Are you listening? But anyway, I want to know what you have to say about all of this. Let me know down in the comments below, and if your comment wins the internet and make it featured in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe to stay in the know when it comes to the latest and the greatest gaming news. Follow me over on Twitter for the latest channel updates and random stuff about me. Come over to the channel Discord chat server where there is always an awesome and active conversation and some speculation taking place. And if you want to have your hand in providing future content and having access to my latest gaming discoveries before I even put videos up about them, then consider subscribing to the community on Patreon or joining the channel here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member for only $4.99 a month. You get exclusive access to my gaming discoveries before I pretty much tell almost anyone else about them, as well as awesome and unique awards. And be sure to come over to Loot Drop over on Teespring. It's the official channel merch site, and I'm uploading new designs and stuff almost every day. You can get some coffee mugs and some shirts to tell people that your bullshit capacity meter is always running at 0%, as well as a couple other things to do to support the channel. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time, when this meeting was just a rouge and both ZeniMax and Bookbreeze Publishing brings their ninjas to battle to the death, and the winner gets the rights to the Redfall trademark. That would be a much more dramatic and interesting world, I think.
Bye, have a great time.